Welcome to our second yoga video in the series of bringing yoga from our home to yours, sponsored by Smyrna School District, working on health and wellness. So the benefits of yoga are very many. And for example, balance, flexibility, mobility, strength, and also it helps with mindfulness and grounding. So when we do our breathing techniques and our meditation, it really helps to calm us down a little bit and get us ready to learn or to play in a peaceful way. So today we will be starting in an easy seat. So you can sit down on your floor with your legs crossed if that's comfortable. You can also sit on your knees if that feels more comfortable, or I'm going to sit on a block, or you could also sit on a pillow if that is more comfortable so that you are able to have a nice tall and long spine. So let's start with a meditation breathing technique that's called square breathing. And this is something that you can do anywhere at any time to help you to kind of calm down in a situation where you might be feeling a little bit stressed or nervous or scared or even angry. So let's start by taking a big inhale in and then exhale through your mouth. Let's do that again. Big inhale in and exhale out of your mouth. Now to start, you can keep your eyes open because we'll use this square. And then after you've practiced that a few times, you can close your eyes and try it on your own. So let's start at the bottom of the square and we're going to inhale to a count of 4. Ready? Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold your breath. 2, 3, 4. Exhale down the square. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. Take a big inhale in. Exhale out of your mouth. Do it again. Big inhale in. Exhale out of your mouth. Okay, let's try the square breathing again. Ready? Inhale. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. Exhale down. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. Let the air out. Big inhale in and exhale out of your mouth. All right, so now for the next one, if you feel comfortable, why don't you go ahead and close over your eyes? And we'll try to do the square breathing with your eyes closed so that it's something that you can do anytime if you feel like you need to. So sit up tall, hands are just hanging comfortably, nice tall spine. Close over your eyes. Inhale, exhale through your mouth. Now, picture a square in your mind. Inhale, go up the square. 2, 3, 4. Hold across the top. 2, 3, 4. Exhale down the side. 2, 3, 4. Hold to bottom. 2, 3, 4. Release your breath. Take a big inhale. Exhale. Now picture that square and you're going to try to do the breathing exercise by yourself without me talking. Picture that square. Go ahead and inhale. Finish your last square. And then blink your eyes open. Let's begin in a tabletop position. So you can come on your mat with your hands stacked underneath your shoulders and your knees are stacked underneath your hips. we're going to start with some exercises called cat-cow to warm up our back. So drop your belly down, lift your head, inhale. Exhale, arch your back, drop your head. Let's do that again. Inhale, drop your belly, big stretch, look up. Exhale, drop your head and arch your back like a cat. And inhale, reverse, drop that belly down, look up. And last cat, exhale, drop your head, arch your back. Now bring your back so that you're nice and still again. Now curl your toes under and we'll push ourselves up into our first downward facing dog. So in downward facing dog, you are in a V shape. Head is hanging between your hands, looking back at your feet. Let's start by pedaling our feet out. So bend one knee and try to bring your heel down on your other foot. And then pedal your other foot. And you can do that a couple times. Now bring your feet so that they're still. Try to bring your heels down. Now why don't you sway side to side and just like wag the dog tail a little bit. And then come to stillness. And let's walk our feet up to the top of the mat. Bend over with your knees at a big bend, and we're taking something called ragdoll here. So again, take a nice deep bend to your knees. Allow your belly to hang on your knees. And if you would like to clasp opposite elbows with your hands, you can do that, or your hands can just hang. Shake your head, yes and no. Really release the tension that you might be holding up in your neck and your shoulders. Now release your hands and let's slowly roll ourselves up to a standing position. Let's set up in mountain pose, which is a really strong pose. Can bring your big toes to touch and your heels are just a little bit apart. Try to pull your kneecaps up so that your big leg muscles are tight. Your belly is tight. Bring your shoulders down away from your ears and hands are out at your sides. This is mountain. Breathe in. Breathe out. We're going to go through a sun salutation now. So inhale, hands come all the way up, tall mountain. Touch your hands together. Exhale, let's forward fold all the way down to the ground. On the inhale, let's take a halfway lift and you have a flat back here. Pull your shoulder blades together in the back, trying to lengthen through your hamstrings. Inhale, exhale, hands come down to the mat. Step your feet long behind you in a high plank. If high plank is a little too challenging, you can also bring your knees down to the mat. So you do what feels good for you. We're trying to have a nice flat back, like you could put a board on your back. Inhale, exhale, knees come down. Squeeze your elbows into your sides and lower yourself all the way down to the mat. Now pressing on the tops of your feet, lift your kneecaps up off of the mat. Keep your hands where they are on either side of your chest and push yourself up to a cobra. Pull your shoulders away from your ears. Inhale. Exhale from here, push to tabletop. Now curl your toes under and make your way into another downward facing dog. And slowly walk your feet to the front of the mat and roll yourself all the way up to a standing position. Set up in mountain again. We know we're ready to start in our next pose. Inhale, hands come up to the sky. And this time we're going to sit back in a pretend chair. So squeeze your legs together, sit your seat back pretending like you have a chair behind you. You can bring your hands to your heart. You can bring your hands up above, or you can just let them hang. It's your choice. Inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Shake those legs out. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, hands come down. Step your right foot long behind you. Now, rotate that right foot so that your heel comes down on the mat. And then when you feel balanced, you can rise all the way up. And this is called Warrior One. So in Warrior One, you have your back foot at an angle. Your front leg is trying to come to a nice bend here. Hips are squared off to the front of the room. Shoulders are squared off. Inhale. Exhale, bring your hands down. Rotate your back foot so the heel comes up and step up to the front of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, hands come down. Step your left leg all the way long on your mat. Once you have your foot back there, rotate your foot so your heel comes down on the mat. And then if you feel balanced, rise all the way up for Warrior One on this side. Trying to take a nice bend to this front leg. Hips are squared off to the front. Shoulders are squared off. Arms are nice and tall up at the sky. Or you can bring your arms like a goalpost. Inhale. Exhale, hands come down to the mat. Rotate the back foot so your heel comes up and step all the way up to the front of the mat. Slowly roll yourself up to a standing position. Now we'll do some balance poses. So it's probably better if you're on a yoga mat to come to the middle of your mat. Now our last series, we did a tree pose. And if you would like to do tree again, you can do that for your balance pose, or we're going to practice dancer. Now, if you're feeling a little bit wobbly, a little bit unbalanced today, that's okay. You can also lean one hand on a wall or a piece of furniture to help you with your balance. So let's start by inhaling, hands up. And if you're going to do tree, then lift your right leg up. If you're doing dancer, step left foot forward, kick right foot into the right hand. Now, pushing that foot into your hand, begin to come forward, lifting the leg up behind you in dancer. Now, sometimes we feel a little wobbly and we get a little unbalanced. That's okay. You just try it again. Start over again. And slowly release. Shake your legs out so we can do it on the other side. All right, so now we're going to use our right leg to balance. So again, if you're doing tree, you can lift your left leg, or if you're going to try dancer, you can do this with me. Inhale, hands come up. Exhale, right foot steps forward, left foot kicks into the left hand, and push with that foot into the hand. Try to come forward a little bit, lifting that back leg. Again, if you get unbalanced, it's okay. Just try it again. And nice job. Slowly release. Shake your legs out and come all the way down onto your mat into a seat. We're going to do something called bridge. Now, if you do gymnastics or have done gymnastics before, this is a little bit different than a gymnastics bridge. So, to start, you have your knees up to the sky, feet are down on the mat. And then slowly lower your backs all the way down on the mat. And then hands come either side of you, using your palms pressed down on the mat. Good. And then we're going to lift our hips up toward the ceiling. Good. Get a nice stretch on your back. Try to lift up a little higher. Lift up a little higher. Nice job. And then slowly release down. Now we're going to crisscross our legs and let's rock and roll a little bit. So rock forward and back on your back. And then when you have enough momentum, come all the way up to a seated position. So the next thing we're going to do is called boat pose, and that's to help with our core muscles, our tummy muscles. So what we're going to do is rock back on our tailbone and lift our legs up so that our shins or our calves are over top of the mat. You can also put your hands on the back of your legs to help with balance. So in our next pose, we're going to take this into a full boat and actually do it with a partner. So crisscross your legs, take a little bit of a break. If you have a partner, you can come near each other to do this. So bringing your feet to touch, lift your feet up. You can start with bent knees. And then when you're ready, you can straighten your legs and bring your hands in between to reach your partner. If you do not have a partner, you can do boat pose again. Make sure you're breathing. Nice job, guys. And release. Very good. All right, let's come back to our mat for a quick seated stretch here. Inhale, hands come up to the sky. Using the left hand, bring it to the opposite knee, to your right knee. Right hand comes behind you and twist over your right shoulder. Nice tall spine. Inhale, come back to center, reach up nice and tall again. Now your right hand comes to your left knee, left hand comes right behind you, and then take a twist to the left side, looking over your shoulder to the back of the room. And come back to center. So for our last pose, we're going to do a straddle stretch. If you are practicing by yourself, you'll bring your legs into a straddle and then you'll take a forward fold. If you have a partner, you can come so that your feet are spread apart, toes are touching, hands come to the center. And then you can pull one partner forward to stretch the backs of your legs. And then you can pull the other partner forward. Again, if you are by yourself, that is okay. Go into a straddle and try to reach forward on the floor. And release. Come back onto your mats. And we will be ending with a candle visualization. So I have an actual candle lit, but you should not do that at home. You can look at the one that I have, or you'll be able to close your eyes and imagine a candle flickering in your mind. So come to a nice, easy seat. Your spine should be nice and tall, hands resting on your legs. If you would like to use the candle that I have here, bring your gaze to the wick, the flickering flame. If you would like to imagine your own candle, go ahead and close your eyes. Imagine your favorite color candle. The candle is lit and the flame is yellowish orange and it's flickering just gently side to side. Bring your attention to only the flame. Allow the bright flame to bring warmth and peace through your body. Now imagine that a little breeze comes into the house, and now the flame is flickering a little bit more side to side, and then it settles back to just a gentle flicker. Really try to focus on just the flame, letting other thoughts just be released out of your head. And now imagine blowing the candle out. Blink your eyes open if you had them closed. Inhale, hands come all the way up to the sky. Hands touch, and we bring our hands to heart center. We end yoga by saying namaste, which means may the light in me honor the light in each of you and in each of you. Namaste.
Namaste.
Thank you so much for joining us today. I hope you enjoy and have a great February.